Hello, I'm Trent, aka oTradeMark, and today we not using the face cam because I feel like crap and I look like crap. Actually, caught COVID last week, you guys, or more precisely, the waifu got COVID and I got COVID from the waifu. But I wanted to make a video because the game that you see in the background is called Anime Destroyers, and it just released today, and I think it's a pretty cool game. It's actually, so if you guys watched my video on Anime Worlds, but I kind of said that I didn't feel like Anime Worlds was different enough from Anime Fighters to really separate itself from the pack and be a better game. Now that doesn't really matter, I guess, while Anime Fighters is down, so they do have a pretty solid player base right now. The other game that's kind of like that is Anime Artifacts, and Anime Artifacts is just, I will never promote Anime Artifacts because the owner is a piece of garbage. He's a racist, vile, immature piece of garbage, and yeah, I won't go into it, but I will never support Anime Artifacts. So Anime Worlds and this game, Anime Destroyers, the cool thing is that I feel like this game has some pretty unique things going for it. So first and foremost, you are the bringer of destruction here. You're actually the one wrecking the world. So as you see, you go around here and break stuff and you get coins for it. But what this game is, what you're trying to collect is these power capsules over here, and these power capsules give you abilities, and these abilities do cool stuff. So I can show you some abilities here. Basically the abilities are kind of like the bread and butter of the game. They're the collector's items. They're the items that you're rolling for. Instead of characters, you're rolling for abilities, basically. And I like the active carnage that this game brings. Like, I like how you're actively playing a part in it instead of just like having a team that attacks things. And I think it has a lot of potential. Now, I will say that one of the things that's really holding this game back is that there isn't much to do in the late game, and it just released today. So obviously, like, if you think of Anime Fighters, when it first released, it didn't have raids, it didn't have time trials and stuff, so they can obviously add stuff to the game. But as of right now, I was able to complete the entire game and get every ability in the game and basically unlock the entire game within, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. Like, it wasn't a super long play experience, and my concern is that people are going to get bored once they unlock everything and they're just going to quit. Like, the thing about Anime Fighters that was cool is you could always improve your team, right? You could always try and collect the secret in each world, and if you got the secret, you could go to the next world, and then they had shiny mythics, and they brought raid characters out, so you could always be working towards collecting the mythics and the shiny mythics, and then crafting your raid characters or your shiny raid characters, and like, the shiny secrets were so rare that, like, you could never have the best team in the game, right? This game, on the other hand, and Artifacts and Anime Worlds for that matter, all three suffer from the same problem, okay? Anime Artifacts, there's lots of players on the leaderboards that are maxed out. In other words, they have a 5-star sword of every single sword in the game. Anime Worlds has the same problem. There's a lot of players with the maxed out damage. They have 3-star Saitamas, a full team of 3-star Saitamas, which is max damage that you can have in the game. And same with this game. You basically, it doesn't take too much gold to actually upgrade all of your upgrades to max, and then to collect all of the spells in the game. I'm not sure what the max level is of the spells, so yeah, maybe you could like work on upgrading your spells, but realistically, I'm basically done with all of the experience in the game within 2 hours. I'll show you guys the mythic from each world. So like, let's unequip these. I think one of these is actually a mythic as well. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think it is Lightning Meteor. And I didn't really see what that was. Oh yeah, it's the one that calls in like the thing. It's kind of cool, but the other mythic from the last world is the coolest ability, but I'll save that one for last. Let me show you guys this world's mythic. So that's Giant Firebomb right here. It's a pretty cool ability. You equip something, you throw this giant firebomb, just like it says. Pretty cool. You know, oh yeah, another thing like that I was saying, that it's very active in that the enemies actually attack you back, and they're pretty strong. I've maxed out my health and stuff, so they're not gonna kill me, but like they're pretty strong. In fact, if I come back here to where the kings are and I start attacking some of the guys back here, I probably, yeah, look, he just chunked me for like a third of my health, and I'm max health, you know, so you can still die. So it is kind of a challenge in that sense. It's much more active. You're actually going around, you're beating stuff up with your sword, you're using abilities. It just feels more like an RPG than like a simulator game. It's still pretty much a simulator. Like it's not, there aren't like gear choices or anything when it comes to that, but it does feel more active to me, and I like that. Like I like feeling like I'm actually playing a role rather than just like setting up tiny task and leaving it for the night, you know. Because like Anime Fighters, as much as I like the game, the excitement about Anime Fighters really for me was like AFK opening for like all night and then waking up and seeing what I got. Like the excitement of getting a shiny mythic, the excitement of getting a secret, or you know, I never got a shiny secret unfortunately, but I'm sure that would have been exciting as well. This game where like you get the abilities pretty easily. I don't think there's any like secret abilities. Maybe there is, because there is like a spot here you notice that is missing, but if there is, I haven't seen anyone with it. So there's the giant firebomb in this world. Let me go to the next world, which is Namek. And so like here we have Lightning Strike is the mythic ability, and Lightning Strike is pretty cool too. Let me put that on. It's actually pretty similar to Thunderstorm, which I already showed off, but yeah, so Lightning Storm, it basically calls, oh whoops, that's wrong ability. It just calls in a cloud overhead. I love how I'm trying to explain the abilities when they're literally like self-explanatory. What does a Lightning Strike do? Trademark? Well, you know, it calls clouds in, and it causes a lightning strike. So this is actually a really cool world though. Look at like how cool this world is. It's like multi-vertical levels, a lot of stuff in here to do. Really cool. I'll actually come back to this world so I can kind of show off the last ability, but let me go to this last place, East City here. This is the last world. I'm not really sure why they chose like the two Dragon Ball worlds back to back, but you know, nonetheless, it's actually a pretty cool map too. There's like a lot of bunched up units that are really fun to destroy, especially with the two mythic abilities. So in here, Lightning Meteor and Spirit Bomb are the two mythics. And so I already showed you Lightning Meteor, but let me put on the one and only Spirit Bomb. This is this is literally what I've been like spending the last 30 minutes messing around with, is just using my Spirit Bomb everywhere. And check out how cool this is. This ability is actually pretty OP. But like, see, if this was like a secret ability with a really low drop rate, like it would totally be worth it, right? Because can you imagine like finally unlocking this? Like it just feels, you just feel so powerful, and it's so fun once you unlock this, because you literally just go around like pretty much one-shotting stuff. Like the units in this map don't get one shot, but if I go back, or the first units do. So like these first homes and stuff and these first guys, You know, like if I throw a spirit bomb like right up here, it'll probably kill all 3 of these things right here. So see that? So giant firebomb is pretty cool too. But going back to Namek, you know, like this game, so I think this game has a lot of potential. Now, I think what the developers need to do is they need to figure out some way that they can develop an end game. And I don't know what that would look like, but there needs to be some type of progression that you can work towards. So whether that's like having a pet, whether that's having some gear, whether that's having like secret abilities, whether it's having raids, world bosses, you know, there's all sorts of things that they could do to basically give some end game, but there needs to be some type of challenge and something that you can always work towards progressing in. And I hope that they figure that out and they work on releasing updates frequently on this game. So yeah, this is Anime Destroyers, and you know, I think with a few updates they could actually it's different enough that it could actually compete with a lot of the anime games, and that it's just cool to like go in and be like all powerful and destroy stuff, you know. They just need to come up with some type of goal, some type of end game that they're actually grinding. But I will leave a link in the description so you can go play the game and check it out. Anyways, guys, Marlo Alpito, thanks for watching, and peace. I'm out of here.